Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about the verb tener and the verb necesitar. The verb tener means to have, and I just use it by itself. For example, si quiero decir que I have, I have, what I have, I have 3 sons, or I have a cell phone, or I have 5 classes. I have 15 students. Okay, all of these would be, you would just use tener. So I would say, tengo tres, hijos. Tengo un celular. Tengo 5 clases. Tengo 15 estudiantes. Okay? So you use the verb tener and the various forms of tener to express that you have or you possess something. Okay? However, if you have an obligation, you can use tener que. So if I wanted to say like, I have to teach. I have to teach. Or she has to study. We have to practice. Okay, these are all obligations. When you're trying to say you have to, then you still use tener. You just need to put a K with it. So I have to teach is tengo que. Hold on a minute. Tengo que estudiar. Okay, and she has to study would be ella. Just give myself some more room. Tiene, because we're going to do the tener for ella, que estudiar. Oh, this should be enseñar, because I said to teach. Enseñar, estudiar. Okay, we have to practice. So, nosotros tenemos, and then I have to use que practicar. So when it's an obligation, you're going to want to use tener que. You can't have tener immediately followed by an infinitive. It has to be, there has to be a que in between the infinitive and the tener. Okay? So you would have this que in between your tener and the thing that you are obligated to do, or the action which you are obligated to complete. The other way you can express an obligation is using necesitar, and for necesitar you do not need a que. So this is I have to teach, but I could also go through and say, let's do it over here. I could go through and say, not I have to teach, I need to teach. She needs to study. We need to practice. And that's essentially saying the exact same thing. But when I use the verb necesitar to express what I was expressing with the verb, unlike the verb tener, I do not need the que. So I need to teach is necesito enseñar. Ella necesita estudiar. Necesitamos practicar. And you'll notice the absence of the que when I'm making these sentences. Okay, so let's do a little bit of practice. If we go out here, you and your friends are planning a party. I thought I put the... Okay, let me bring that over. just so we have our verbs here. Okay. So you and your friends are planning a party. The following is a dialogue between two of them. Complete it with the verbs tener or necesitar as needed. So para la fiesta de esta noche, what do we need? Probably. It's better to ask, what do we need? Well, so you're going to be talking about the things that you need. It's better to say, what do we need instead of what do we have? And since there's no que here for an obligation, we're going to plug in the necesitar. So, oops. And it's nosotros, and so since it's nosotros, I'm going to pick the necesitar for nosotros, which is necesitamos. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Okay. Bueno, nosotros blank que comprar bebidas. Because of the fact that I have this que here, and tener, when we're using necesitar to express an obligation or a need, we cannot have que. It's going to go directly up next to the infinitive. Because we have the que, we're going to switch to tener here, and it's nosotros again, so nosotros goes with tenemos. So, tenemos que comprar bebidas y aperitivos. Yo blank que traer la música. Again, because we have que, we're going to need to use tener. Necesitar does not take the que. And it's yo, so I'm going to pick tengo. Whoops, but you spell it right. Yo tengo que traer la música, ¿verdad? Si tú blank ayuda con eso. Do you need help with this? Because it would make more sense to say, do you need help than do you have? Tú tienes ayuda con eso. Do you have help with this? I would say necesitas. Do you need help with this? Necesitas. Okay. Sí, pero Santiago blank que traer los altavoces. So Santiago has to bring, because we've got that que again, we need to use tener. And it's for Santiago, which is the same thing as él, we would use tiene. Santiago tiene que traer los altavoces y ustedes blank que traer unas pizzas. And again, because we've got que, we need tener. So ustedes tienen que traer unas pizzas. Okay? And so you would do the same thing down here. So it says an Argentinian friend who is attending your college next semester ask you a few questions about things she may need or things she may have to do. Can you answer her question? So your friend says, necesito una computadora. Si you need a computer. So you would use necesitar, and it's for two, so it would be necesitas, because you can see up here, there's two necesitas. Y un carro, no blank que comprar un carro. Again, we've got the que, so because we have the que, we're going to switch to tener, and our subject is tú, and so then we're going to put tienes here. No tienes que, you do not have to buy a car. Puedes caminar. Todos los estudiantes viven en el campus. Sí, nosotros, we have to live on campus, and you can see again, it can't be we need to live on campus because of the que. Tenemos que vivir en el campus. Tú vives en el campus. No, yo no blank que vivir en el campus porque soy senior. So, and again, it's going to have to be tener because of the que. And yo is the subject. And so it's going to be tengo. Okay. Sí, pero come siempre en los restaurantes del campus. Sí, pero los estudiantes blank tener una tarjeta especial para pagar. Because it's the infinitive and there's no que, you're going to want the necesitar. And the los estudiantes is your subject. And los estudiantes is the same thing as de, which is ellos. And so the ellos for necesitar is necesitan. So, los estudiantes necesitan tener una tarjeta especial para pagar.